What's up, everyone? This is Colin, better known as Frost, and today I'll be taking you guys behind the scenes of Day 13, Wiltshire, Season 143. That's the March 2024 season. It's been a really interesting season so far. They're approaching the halfway point. People are starting to sort of hit their final buy levels, and they're starting to put together their setups. Some people who are running four mercs. I think I'm really looking at a lot of those guys to see what they're doing. I'm really curious to see if they'll keep that, if they'll pivot to six, and how that will be comprised. Um, so anyway, I just wanted to do this video just as a response to the videos that Chicken Eater 3 and Shiny have been doing. They've been excellent. Um, I find myself getting really excited just listening to you guys talk about HD, and it's totally nerding out just listening to you guys break down attacks and setups, and just to hear your overall impressions. So that said, I'm just going to kind of go through my day and how I play, what I do, allocations, target selection, all that kind of stuff. I think before I get into that, I should probably explain sort of my journey to where I'm at in the game right now, um, just so you can kind of understand my decision making, my logic, my flow. Anyway, I hit buy level 20 the other day. This is, I think, day three with the setup. And I started off though at buy level zero with a defensive brave and an offensive page. And honestly, like that's not really a setup I wanted to run. I was really intrigued with the new rogue configurations that were made by the development team, and I know that pages are pretty cheap and an easy way to have a win con as well. So I've seen people hang on to pages for quite some time, and so I thought, you know what? Think in terms of my buy level transition, I wanted it to be smoother this season than it was before. I didn't want to be selling mercenaries after the next buy level. I don't really like doing that early in the game because I find that it takes time for your new setup to be set up. That's why it's called a setup. And if I'm flipping mercs at buy level two, buy level five, it's just a waste of time in my opinion. Unless you're picking up mercs from the merchant that people are selling, right? So anyway, so I started off with that setup and I took it right through to buy level nine. And that's where I kind of ran into a bit of trouble because I had purchased a strong man and an arbalist. Um, I don't even think I said that right, an arbalist. And so um, in a meta where it was so mounted dominant, I remember that next day of attacks before I could actually plug that back door shut. It was hell trying to figure out who to attack. It was just, I had to find people with knife men and really just prey on them and hope that they didn't have mounted or that I could get the job done before I got killed. So that's it. That was challenging, but eventually, just to sort of backtrack a bit, to get to buy level nine, I went two, three, put 1 point into salary, and then went five, seven, and nine. And I know it's not really super popular to put point salary early, but I just enjoyed the extra security the gold brings. I feel like I can put a good setup together, and as long as I have that, I can make any sort of enhancements I need to. I can sort of be advantageous and predatory at the merchant and pick up armor and weapons that I might not be able to if I didn't have the salary. So it does mean that I'm typically behind in terms of attacks. Like I think today, um, the guy I sort of look at as the bar, the gold standard CE3. I think he's getting his 11th attack today, and I won't be. So he's gonna automatically gain, I don't know, probably about 80 XP. I haven't looked at the targets yet, but he's gonna gain a good amount. So he'll pass me today, and it'll be on me to try and pass him again. Came so close last season, man, that was tough. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. I got to buy level, sorry, so buy level nine, ran a strongman, I ran an Amazon, a Cavalier, and those are all defensive mercs. And I ran a bow with a four spot, and it was basically the setup that I was actually envisioning myself finishing at buy level 20 this season. But just sort of a junior version of it. I wanted to see. if that setup was going to work. And to be honest, I really like the balance that it brings. I think there's a lot of value in having a mercenary with agility that can generate a lot of misses, and sort of the longevity of the axe also complements, I think, as well. So, for example, if people are using different types of attack melee, you can hit somebody with a knifeman if you have a rogue, if you have an axeman to back it up, because there's a chance that that knifeman will get countered by the axe and that your rogue will still survive, because that knifeman that you so feared before will be much more vulnerable when bows are hitting it and there's an axeman involved. It just there's two win cons now against one, right? So that was sort of the setup I wanted to run, and then so I used the hanging point to get two more mercenary slots, plugged the back door, and added the second melee, and ran it from bi-level 10 all the way right through to 20. And that's where I really agonized. I thought, maybe I'll run. I think Four Shard has the setup for it. It's two melee, one bow, and one mount. And I was quite close to doing that myself. Uh, but I didn't like the uncertainty that that brought. Like, let's see, he's got a knight, he's got a bow. Damn, that's pretty good. Um, Zerker and Executioner. Like, this is a really solid setup, and this is sort of like what I envisioned when I first got to buy level 20. One, two, three. Yeah, he's got four mercs. So I mean, this is really rock solid. I think it's fantastic. But I don't trust that the one bow is going to be able to outgun um multiple mounted setups that we're going to see, and like a multiple bow setup, even like what CE3 and myself have done. Um, so I thought, like, you know if I'm being attacked a 4-to-1 ratio and I've only got one defender, I'm basically just like going into a hurricane with an umbrella, and I'm hoping to God that like I can survive. And I just think it's a little too fragile, and I do have some concerns about how these walls will hold up, or sorry, how these battles will play out as our secondary and third archers, tertiary archers hit the level 24, 28 arrows. Like I think, especially when the battles are worth so much more, I think that the three bow setup is the safer way to go. I'd love to have those allocation points, or rather that allocation point, but um, at the end of the day, it might not even matter. Like I remember I had a couple of hanging points last season too, so it wasn't like I allocated perfectly. Um, so anyway, yeah, this was sort of my idea. So uh, the transition hasn't been too bad. There's been a good fair amount of targets. I've not really tried to maximize anything. I just sort of been going off of my feel and intuition and sort of the stats that are there, and I'm just playing conservatively. Um, if I fall behind 13 XP, 12 XP off of perfect, like it's not the end of the world. I'd rather have all my mercenaries survive. When I was younger and more brash, I just wouldn't care about that. I would just try and get as much XP as possible and hope to God that everything survived. And I think that cost me a lot of placements over the seasons, something I didn't really learn, um, sort of until this run, to be honest with you. So that said, right now I'm nobility rank 16. I think it's 705 to rank today, which should be very doable. I've got 10 attacks, so I'm looking at about 71 per attack to get me over. Again, this salary has just been fantastic. 3,600 gold, six mercenaries, 10 attacks, like I said. And I'm going to be staying here at by level 20. So um, first thing I want to do is I want to check. I wasn't able to log in last night and get these mercs equipped. I think we're looking at level 9 bows for my backups. Yeah, they're level 9. Yeah, shit. Okay. So, would have been nice to have those bows on defensively. Probably shouldn't be saying this as I record. Just going to equip this here to Demonic Angel. Shout out to the Bridge Burners. It's a good old school alliance. I have named all my mercenaries after members of that alliance, and with the exception of, of course, my nemesis, Straker. motherfucker. Um, no, it's all love, man. Sticks. All right, we're gonna give that to you, and just gonna allocate here to this. So I'm running a 3-1 ratio, more or less, damage to accuracy on this bow. This is my backup bow. It's gonna be able to pick up some kills and help put some pressure on some of the melees. Like I'd imagine that anyone who runs, 4, 5 offensive mounted, they're gonna have one or two melee, and that's why I don't think the one bow is a good idea. I don't think that actually like puts enough pressure um, on the opponent. You're really gonna have a lot of longer battle scripts, and a lot of stuff can happen in a long battle script. So, and Sticks, he's a brute. He's very much so damage and speed. I won't be putting any gold into him really. He might just get like leftover hand-me-down arrows from Straker, depending on targets and stuff like that. And Balder, he was a good player too. Level 12. Okay. So we're looking. I'm okay with the HP's fine right now. And so I'm just looking at this here. I haven't looked at any of my targets yet, so I really don't have an idea of what I'm looking at. So I'm not going to touch Balder yet. I'm just going to do a quick scout of my targets for today. Um, oh, looks like teammates beat me to it. Love that. I'm just going to spy the rest of the top 10 because that's primarily what I'm looking to do. Okay, this is a multi. Yeah, okay. Wow. They just steal souls from the merchant, man. Oh man. Charity's probably got something very similar. Yeah, okay. So decent agility here, but pretty low defense. Counter damage is 142. Wow, that's a pretty high agility. Amazon. That's a great mercenary. This whole change with the rogues has just been fantastic. I really enjoy it. I like the fact that the speed gets down quick, the agility's there, but there's still a benefit to play an axeman should you benefit, or sorry, should you prefer the bigger HP um, and the defense that that can provide, or even counter damage at certain points. So what else here? Amazon, Ballast, Cav. Holy fuck. That is a lot of mercs, man. Okay, charity. I don't remember if Aoba was spied. I'm just gonna do it. Should be one, two. Yeah, okay. So they hit 20 and they're running a Death Knight and a Death Axe. Yeah, see, I don't like raising mercs in this situation. Like I know it's doable. You can throw a sword on, you can attack certain other targets and stuff like that, but it's just I've never been able to two-merc it. I'm not as nimble, I guess, with my attack selection. Sometimes I'm a little stubborn, or sometimes I want things to just be a little bit easier. So let's check on Marduk. Let's see, comp Amazon 218. Okay, it's pretty low. 216.88 should be good. 219.97. Okay, so that's a good night there. It's like 1 a.m. Good night indeed. Uh, wow, that counter Duke. That's packs a punch, man. 205 damage. That's quite a bit. Um, there's no surviving that if I get countered. That's something I definitely have to consider when I do my attacks. Outlaw. Okay, so this is an example of something I said earlier, right? Wow, in a situation where you have a knifeman, if I only had a rogue, these are types of things where I'd be like, oh, like this is a potential threat. But because I have the axeman there, this really I don't see it as being too much of a threat, especially with the pressure of three bows attacking, and the damage all exceeds the 218 and the 195 that he's using to defend. It's like a lot of weird offense with this setup with some really strong counter mercs in terms of like the mounted. I think that's what scares me, right? So Marduk, that'll be an interesting one. Let's check on Ben here, see what he's doing. Um, Executioner Knight. Yeah, okay. So he's still trying to put himself together. Stop farming me, you pricks. Oh man, I hate to do it, man. We've been playing together for a long, long time. I still remember all those chats on MSN Messenger, dude. It was it was a lot of fun. Um, but I'll probably be farming you today. Let's see, our buddy Lance here. What's going on, John? You've got a Legionnaire. Okay, so you're by level 14. You've got this Knifeman, decent Cav with low defense, and you got a bow with a lot of accuracy. Okay. Thing to this is the one I want to sort of see. So what are you doing here, Roy? Let's see. Level 6 Executioner, level 14 Duke. Okay, so you kept the Duke. Okay. Level 6 Knight, level 6 Knight, level 6 Knight, level 6 Knight. Okay, so you're going for it. One, two, three, four. I guess this will eventually be five. Perhaps you're looking to replace the Duke with like a sold by level 20 Merc as people hit 27, right? Because I think there's some players that are going to be hitting today, tomorrow, and maybe that's your play. And maybe you're looking to take advantage of like the level 18 sword. I'm not sure how that works out mathematically, but I see. Not sure I would have gone with the Executioner in this situation. I think I would want the agility on my melee. I feel like I could still put up a competitive amount of defense and agility and just let the mounts go to work, right? So look at the speed here, 45, 45. So the archers are a little faster. That's interesting. Um, so it'll be interesting to see cumulative speed if I were to add up the speed of my archers or say like CE3's archers and compare it to like a 4 or 5 mount strat. Am I attacking perhaps 40%? Um, or sorry, 4 out of 10 lines instead of 5 or 6? That'd be interesting to see. So that's donut, bagel. Let's see what you've got going on here. From one round thing to the other. Level 9 comp and some sort of funky melee, I bet. I love it. Look at that fiend. It's nasty. And Chicken 83 is nasty too, man. You're one hell of a player. Um, Crusader, Enforcer. Oh man, an outlaw. This is just annoying. This is an annoying setup. Achilles, I think you were running the mount situation. Um, yeah, level 1 Executioner, level 12 Knight, 11 Knight, 9 Knight, level 1 Knight, Berserker. Wow, okay. This will be tough to attack at certain points. 121 accuracy. Okay, that's a number to watch. 256 damage. Yeah, wow. So he's got some variety there. I probably want to add some speed to one of these so I can like perhaps like this guy here, just get some accuracy and speed on that. Um, that might be helpful. Four shard. We think we spied four shard. See cloak and dagger. 78. Level 5 comp. Level 5 comp. Level 5 Zerker. 6 executioner. Level 5 knight. Level 5 knight. So this is a nice juicy target. Should I choose? Because I think they're worth 78. 10th is worth 79. So it's one and some sort of fraction point off of perfection, but the risk is significantly lower. So that's definitely somewhere I can look to start. Just see, is anyone close to leveling? I don't really. Oh yeah, I gotta allocate here. So let me see. Level 12. Do I have any armor? I don't. Let's go to the merchant. Let's see if we can find anything. Um, yeah, 12. I think it's the helm. I think it's this. Yeah, I think that's the one. 188. That's not bad. So I just scooped that up there. And pretty sure that's the heavy level 12 one. I just want to be sure. Yeah, I've been playing this game too long. Okay, that's cool. So we will put this on Balder. And I don't have a need for these arrows anymore, so I'm going to junk them as well. I'm not going to 27, so I'll take that 900 gold right back. Let's just take a quick look here. So 290. I kind of like where my defense is at, to be honest. I don't. I think it's just a more of an HP. Um, maybe some a little bit of agility. No. Hmm. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna do some agility here. Um, so yeah, 113, 290, and 276. So 15 less, but 124 agility. So 124 agility, 113, so 11 agility. Yeah, like it's each mercenary brings something different to the table, right? So Squall's about to level on the second attack. Um, Balder's okay, so midway through. Whiskey Jack, that is my hero there. Um, 231. Okay. And my buddy Straker, yeah, he's gonna hit right away. I don't really need to allocate anything in terms of like I don't need any extra allocation points, I think, to really hit the people I want to hit. Just want to sort of just double check. So we're going with it's roughly 275, 124, 290, 113. I got about, I think I'm packing 308 on that bow. It was 308, 317. Nice. Okay, so just gonna go here to the registry. Just take a quick look here. Um, gonna take a look at our buddy Lance here. So I joked earlier on the Discord, let's not lose to Lance on camera. That's this Wanderer. I mean, uh, 12%. Okay, so we're looking at 235, 240-ish. I mean, it does pose a threat for sure. But having the staggered mercenaries, I think, kind of helps protect each other. This Legionnaire could definitely counter and hurt. Uh, but I do have other bows that can strike these down. I'm gonna give this one a go. Just want to see if he's retail. He is a retail. Let's give it a shot here. Okay, so we got that. It's like we took care of the Wanderer before he could get my Brave, or sorry, wow, my Berserker. Um, it's good. Took a bit of a hit here. Yeah, okay, so we would have expected, of course, to get a potential counter here, but I guess Squall has enough defense to sort of minimize the damage. So yeah, this worked out well. 84. Oh, this is so his battle pack, I guess. That was so weird. Okay, so Straker leveled up. We knew that was gonna happen. And I'm just gonna pump some damage on this sucker. And it's gonna be 330. Yeah, it was 329. Um, 505 to the next level. So yeah, I'm just looking at this point to sort of go through my targets and just figure out, just from a sequence standpoint, like if I attack one target now versus after my mercenaries level or after an alliance battle, like it can mean the difference between victory and defeat. And every battle is so painfully learned and I'm reminded of every battle matters. So anyway, let's just go back into the registry and see what else we have. Asriel, I think, flipped as well. So level 5 Knight, level 5 Comp, Zerker, Executioner. So that's an automatic hit. Um, Executioner, Zerker, Composite, and Knight. So that's sort of like the 4 shard setup. That's the setup that I was originally going to roll with. I was very close to just keeping that extra point and going with that former setup. But I'm really kind of excited to see if this is what he finishes at, um, how it performs. Though he typically like I've seen him in the past get a bunch of mercs, like 5, 6 mercs. So I don't know. Maybe he'll add a couple of bows. Maybe he'll add a bow and a knight and try something down the middle, right? Because I think if you were to try and compete with both sort of setups, like the CE3 FrosT sort of setup that we've got going on with the tribos versus like 4 mounts, um, putting a second wall for the mounted could give benefit, and a second archer could still give you some presence. But I think it gives up too much on either side for it to really be something viable that you could defeat the masses with. Though it is something I'd love to test and see someday. But anyway, that said, these guys, sorry guys, it's time to retaliate. So I'm just gonna pick up this one here and just want to see that's a lot of black there for a second. Go. Straker doing his job, 2 kills. And yeah, so Squall is leveled up. Um, so in this case here, I mean, archers aren't really threatening. 124 agility. Um, I'm gonna throw 4 points into defense in this point. I think I'd rather have the defense because um, if I'm gonna get countered, if I have higher defense, it's gonna reduce the amount of damage. And I think in so long as I have positive speed, I probably should be focusing more on that defense. So I just gotta pick up another helm. I don't think there were any left at the merchant, if I remember right. Oh, let's see. Leather, no, that's not it. Heavy cloth, that's not it. Um, I will just buy something new. Typically update my stuff like on the level and and gradually increase my enhancements. So we'll just throw 5. Whoops. Just throw 5 here on Squall. So I still got 4K gold. Like this is like salary is just fantastic. Like if I spied targets and felt like I was really in trouble and I needed to do anything, I could just slap like 25 defense on my knight like that, no problem if I need it, right? So I could get him to 300, have it not really ruin me. So, oh, he's about to level up too. And he's about to get, I think it's plus 12 or no, I think it's plus 12. I think it's from 30 to 42 base defense for the body at level 13. So I better get to that. Let's find the next target. Derek's got a bazillion mounted. He's gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with for sure. Yeah, 224, 134. See, I'm not liking that accuracy, but I think 143. Wow. Nice job, man. But that feed is gonna be absolute garbage. Oh man, it's gonna be a gig. I would call this setup like cat and mouse. Like you're just chasing each other around and you know, who's gonna get who first and how quickly can the cat get the mouse? That's really what it boils down to. Aoba, so this is a pretty like simple setup. Um, Obviously, there's the threat of being countered here. I'm not taking that lightly, but I do think that I can dispose of this executioner before that plays a role or a factor in the battle. So I'm going to hit Aoba, and there we go. Line 12, perfect. Squall takes a little bit of damage here and there, but you're doing well. 85. So that's getting me both bows and the knight. So I'm gonna just check and see again at the merchant for Whiskey Jack. Level 13. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Let's see. It's this guy right here. It's like they're just waiting there for me with 3 enhancements. It's beautiful. Just slap this on here and Whiskey Jack. Level 8, level 9. Um, okay, so they're all above the next level, the next version of that item. So these are obsolete pieces of armor. I can get rid of those ones. Just want to keep my armory clean. This one is pretty straightforward. Like I see a lot of these, like I'm looking at Derek's setup and I'm like, holy smokes, there's so much like accuracy there. So I need to keep up. I'm definitely gonna get that done. And so we're sitting here, 284, 134. I have some room for enhancements as well. I said I was gonna get to 300 earlier today, since you know, I think I'm gonna level up again with the mount. And I'm gonna spend some of this gold on it too, probably. So um, that should be good. Let's get these enhancements done here. So this is my 3-1 archer. He's just like, sort of a second in command kind of guy. He's gonna definitely put pressure and hopefully pick up some scrap damage. And Sticks in particular is who I really want to um, have pick up a lot of just like whittling down. He doesn't have a ton of accuracy. He's not going to hit all the time, but he's going to keep attacking. He's going to keep attacking. He's going to be quick enough that he's attacking, but and hit you hard if he hits you. And then Straker here, he's just sort of my classic um, bow. This is allocated more intuitively based on what I'm seeing out there, based on what I'm seeing for my targets. I think 329 pretty much covers anything I need to hit for today. 87 accuracy is not great, but like it's not necessary to have a huge amount at this point season. So I got seven left, and it's gonna go here again and just take a quick look. Ben, sorry, I know you said stop farming me. You're calling us pricks, but I need the XP. So sorry, Whiskey Jack took care of you. Straker finished the job. Okay, six left. Uh, just gonna take a quick look here again. Just keep going through this. This is gonna be a really interesting season. It's gonna be really fascinating to see how things break down. You know, with HD, I think the 11 attack strategy could have worked in a different era when you have a lot more targets, right? Like when you're more target dense from 1 to say 75, there are more like opportunities for players with 11 attacks to attack safely and still get good yield. Um, I think there's also a human element to it where if there are 75 other like real players, no multis, and they're building their own setups and allocating so intuitively and so different, I think that human element does get lost in modern HD where there are some of these multis that are like playing the exact same setup. And I think like when you had people back in those days where it was like being in the top 200 meant something, and you would just like it'd be so many different setups, and that's like I guess what's missing with HD. And I think what we're starting to sort of get back to as we see people run like the four shard setup or what CE and I are doing or what like the Mounted Gang is doing. I think we're starting to see some different strategies, and I think that's really good for the game. And I hope to continue to work with the development team to find other options and um, other avenues to play the game. So just want to keep going here down the list. Two, three. Who's two? Oh, it's Charity and Charna, isn't it? So this is always so weird. Like they've got these weird bows that don't really do anything, but like 100 accuracy is nothing to sniff at, I guess. But man, that thing is like doesn't do any damage. It's like tiny little pin needle. This Cav's gonna potentially counter me. This one, I mean, this is a little 229 and 100. It's a lot less than what I'm running. I think I'm running 285 and like 130. So I've got this covered. I've got that covered. The strongman, I mean, that could definitely counter, but I'm nearing 300 defense on my melee, so I'm not going to get countered for much if it happens, and it's 270 HP. This, man, 126, same sort of situation, but 137 is not going to damage a merc with 285 defense. That's why I allocated to defense on my rogue. 360 I'd need for this. Gosh, there's so many, but I have three bows. Hmm. I wanna attack Charna. I'll do it later. Um, yeah, Donut. I mean, Duke, Knight, 104, 104, 104, 104. I can definitely counter all of these. The Duke, 115. I've got that covered. 250. I've also got that covered. And the Executioner is not mature yet, so that's one I'm gonna definitely take. I think he's on my registry. Doesn't really matter. Oh, he's not. Okay. Well, he is now, or he's about to be. All right. Funny story about Roy, he was always really passionate about the game, and the same passion that you see now is what existed day one. Um, I came to know him because in the season I was playing at the time, I forgot which one it was, but one of the top five players at the time had accidentally sold their top melee mercenary. It was a rebel. And it was a fantastic merc, built really well. Um, I guess he sold it and then he like eventually rage quit and it was a wrap. But this guy, Somerset, picks it up off the merchant and posts that he found it. And so I shoot I think I sent him a scroll or something like that, or I might have been talking with him on the boards or something, and then it eventually went into scrolls, but I got to know him and I thought, you know what, like it'd be really cool to like kind of talk to this guy. He seems to be like a new player. He's figuring things out, but he stumbled upon like a freaking gold mine. So I said, let me help this guy out. Like I don't want this Merc to go to waste. Like any HD player wouldn't want to see that Merc go to waste. It was like had a crap ton of agility and defense. It was a weird Merc actually. It was the Rebels. Those were the Mercs at the time. High agility Rebels. So um, from there, we just had, I think a lot of us can relate to the same experience of talking on MSN, and sharing stats and target lists and all this kind of stuff and spy reports and I don't know. Anyway, let me just get this attack done. This is like when you see all this black, right? It's scary, right? Like you see, where are we at here? One, two, three, four. Well, actually, it's more green here, but um, that would have that was in my favor, so that would have been a black line, as would have this. So this would have been black. So one. So yeah, I'm looking at three, 6 to 7 black lines per 10, right? So Whiskey Jack's holding. Okay, Demonic Angel took care of. So the melee, it kind of like it still did take a fair bit. Like you'd think with 300 damage and like whatever the other ones have, you'd think that you get it down. But I guess the 750 HP, but it was soft. Anyway, all the archers feasted, which is nice. I like having the extra archers as well. I've had some crazy battles before where like I think I broke through a back door or someone broke through it on me, but the archer killed the mounted that backdoored the person, so the person who backdoored still lost. It was really weird. Um, and I think having 3 archers is kind of cool for weird situations like that, and it also it just wraps up battles quicker. Like look at this stretch, just quick. Um, anyway, got 5 left. Like, this is a good time of season to be doing attacks. It's pretty like low risk, nothing too crazy, nothing too scary. This is a little scary, but not accuracy is annoying. But I'll be hitting Bagel. Bagel's 10th. I got a retaliation. And let's just see. So this is another one where it's like the reverse, right? A lot of stuff going on here, but we were able to get that cleaned up pretty quickly. I was just trying to read the log as I was talking, but just kind of go through it here again. Yeah, this is really intimidating when you see this battle and you see all this black. Immediately, you're just like, shit, like, oh, I'm gonna get fucked. But mercenaries grew, so that would be perfect. So Baldur's gonna get a big jump too in defense. Should probably enhance my mercs, hey. I got the shield. Shit, I did not put the shield on Squall. Let me do that. I think I put the shield on Squall, right? So let me see. Body, head, leg, shield. There's no level 13 shield in the merchant. It's fine. Body, there's no level 13 body. Yeah, we discussed this. So I just forgot to buy it here, perhaps. One, two, and Squall. Squall's level 12. Never mind. I was just imagining things. So level 13. Yeah, yeah. 13, 294. Other bows are gonna start like getting up there, but the people I'm attacking are transitioning and I'm gonna be ahead. Yeah, like I'd probably okay. I'm gonna roll with defense again. I don't see a need of adding a lot on, just sort of for the same reasons that I said before regarding counters. I can now handle like up to 155 damage on a counter merc. I mean, this is based off of old values and old strategy. I'm not sure if that's still a thing or not, but let me enhance Balder here before we move forward. I'm gonna give Balder 5 enhancements now. I'm gonna start sort of sprinkling enhancements in. Sometimes I'll go from 2 to 3 to 4, and now I'm at 5. So I find that works out really well. It scales pretty well. So 320, 113, and you're at, well, you're gonna level up next. So, or two battles from now. 294. Okay, so in 124 or 320. So 11 and 30, more or less. That's with a level advantage. So the bow is gonna level up next. That's what I thought. How many do I have left? Four? Yeah. Okay. Registry. So we've got Derek. Man, I would love to attack him, but this would be just so stupid. I would get absolutely smoked. Some sort of crit backdoor fuckfest situation. And I would deserve it. Um, so I'm gonna leave you alone for now, bud. Um, Charity Charna, that would leave them. And then whoever was sixth, that was sixth. Marduk as well. That's right. Marduk. Okay, so it's the same kind of weird. This is, I don't know. This is a weird one. I feel like I need to have a stronger mounted to deal with that Duke. That Duke is just, I don't know. I'm gonna roll with Whiskey Jack. I don't even know what I'm gonna allocate to. Am I even close? Let's just see. One sec. 49. So 7, 350. Okay, so Whiskey Jack will level. There it is. Level 14, you get a new axe. That's the other part. I want it to get slower. Yeah, like it's 3 speed, but still it's something. It does matter. I don't think I remember seeing any level 14 arms in there. I'll just double check. There could be Whiskey Jack. Nope, that was right. So there are Van braces. I'm trying to remember. 28? Is it 28? I think it's 28. Oh, it annoys me that I should remember this. I think it's 28 is the max. Yeah, 28 is the heaviest one, so that's fine. I'll go back and buy that piece for 112. Armory, slap that on, buddy. Whiskey Jack. I'm gonna pick up the axe as well. And I gotta figure out what to do with these points. I'm not sure what I want to do. Like, I'm not trying to actively attack these setups. I think it's kind of like pointless, but it's also kind of fun. But 289, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play. Do this. What does that put me at? 141, 141.4, 289. Oh, that is so tempting. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna hit Marduk. I think he's potentially a retal. No, okay. Whiskey Jack just straight up attacks and kills the horsey. Wow. I'm gonna get countered, aren't I? Marduk. Perfect. Squall takes a lot of little bits and pieces of damage. I'm starting to notice that. I have to look into that. I think maybe I need to really focus more on defense. Um, it's interesting. I've noticed that, like, just as I'm observing the battle scripts today. So this is 3-1. Um, do this. I'm not sure. I think that this is gonna be one hell of a season, one hell of a finish. I'm just trying to come back and just have fun. When I played this as a kid, I played so serious and so intense, and like I just wanted to like play well. And I don't know. I still want to play well. I still am inspired by the great players of today, but at the same time, I'm just like kind of just want to have fun too. Um, okay, so 107, 108. It's not, fuck, this one really, really drives me nuts. I won't say who it was to, but it was a really bad decision. Um, am I close to 15? 628. Yeah, no thanks. These guys are few away. They will not hit. They could hit 12 if I wait for the AB. Because right now we're hitting Covenant and they're giving like two something. No, one, yeah, about 200. 196. Straker. Yeah, baby. Let's go. I'm not sure what I want to do. I mean, oh damn, I raked. Um, that's great. Um, there needs to be something that tracks alliance battles like in the alliance center. I think having data to manipulate and play with and look at within an alliance would be cool. Like if there was a section of like alliance, not Hall of Fame, but like just something that would sort of talk about, the most amount of kills or the most amount of damage done by a certain noble, and perhaps they're eligible for some sort of recognition for that. Um, an MVP of an alliance, or I don't know, something like that. Here's my sports brain kicking into gear again. Three attacks left. I mean, I don't think I need to. Let's see. That would be Charity, Charna, and I'm not hitting Derek. I'm not. Achilles is like the same sort of thing, right? Like, yeah, he's got the friggin' Berserker too. One, four knights, 121. But I mean, 256, 107. I can defend that. I can defend that. It's just if I get countered, I'm gonna be absolute toast. Oh boy, wow, 299. Never mind. Yeah, 86 accuracy. This is an interesting one. I would really love to see how this goes. And it looks like he's equipped it heavier too. Like you can tell, 179, 147. He's done something there. Um, yeah, it's like this is, I guess, carrying an axe. I guess that's what that would be. Um, and then the executioner's there. What if he's gonna keep? Well, it's the Berserker Executioner setup. I think he actually played it pretty well. I think that is the way to go. Four shard. I mean, I don't want to touch him at all. I'm not gonna probably get full value. I'll just do the charity Charna thing and then figure out the last attack later. So let's just do that now. Hopefully they can. Yeah, who am I kidding? Checking for retiles on those guys. Let's see. Registry, they were not there. Alliance Spy, let's just get this done. I think it's going to be really interesting again. I think a bi-level 20 player is going to win the season. I think it is definitely, again, the same sort of contenders, the chicken eaters. I think I have a shot at it. I think that Forshard is definitely somebody that is in the mix as well. I think anybody who can kind of execute that 4 to 6 Merc front door, I guess you'd call it classic triangle, whatever. There's lots of names that have labeled this setup, but ultimately, I think that setup still wins. I mean, it'd be cool if I'm not gonna win. I'd love to see somebody like win via the back door. That'd be kind of cool, um, just to show that there's some different viability. Sometimes people don't play to win either, though, right? Sometimes people play to have fun with different setups or play a different way, or they play for strength. They want to just be dominant and not lose and have low amount of like overall losses and stuff like that. So just go through this real quick. 209, 211. Yeah, so we'll give this guy a hit. Um, it's just exhausting. Like feel like the Popeyes employee meme after I read Charna and Charity's like spy. It's friggin' nuts, man. They just have so many. Just gonna scroll down really quickly and see how this plays out. This one's like a little tense here. Wow, yeah, Baldur's taking some damage. Sir, okay, so I took care of business there, but this one was a team effort again. Two, four, six, eight mercs. My God. Um, all three bows contributed. Whiskey Jack countered twice, lost about half its HP. Balder lost a bunch, but Squall actually held up really well. So the agility based wall did better here. So let's take a quick look at key parts of the battle. Um, so five, 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 five. So I start here. No, it was just a little bit. It was being whittled down basically. 441, 531, 430, 397. I think when I saw 397, 372 back to back, that kind of got me a little. Then it was 335, and so just I could not deal with that Lancer. The strongman was really, really problematic. I just need to double check the stats on that to see. And Straker finally took care of business, but I don't think I was ever really in jeopardy of losing both my mercs, but that battle was a little tougher than I thought it would be. So Charna, let's just see what that mount was. That was the Lancer. Yeah, of course. That's why. 281 and 97. That's very strong. Um, you know, it's as good as, well, not as good as this, but it's very good. Level 13 Berserker. That's really great. I can get the defense up on Squall. Um, don't think, yeah, I think it's level 14 for the hammers, right? So we don't need to deal with that yet. We'll do this and this. Equip. I'm just gonna get through this here. So I normally look at the merchant right away and see, but I know at this point, like I know what's in the merchant, so I'm just gonna check all these off. We're not using these anymore. All my mercenaries are too old for that. Let's see, Squall level 13. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, I think it's gonna be, CE3 myself, 4 shard. I could see in there for sure. I mean, Mystics had a really, really fantastic season. Like I think they've got to be near at perfect just because of like where they're situated. I'm very impressed with that gameplay. The Caterpillar is definitely doing its thing. Just want to take a quick look here. Aoba is an interesting one. A little funky. Marta, Xera, Lance. Like, you know, I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure who we're gonna see in that fifth spot. Like the two dark setup's very interesting as well with two bows. I think that's way too much of a gamble with not enough return, right? You're sacrificing so much defense and the incremental offense you're getting um over what it would be with one bow is not enough. And I can't quantify it. I'm not a math guy, but I can just in all my years playing HD, it's just never worked like that. The defense is usually like having a stable base is usually what's best. Like anything can happen. Look at what happened last season, right? It's, and I think it's great for the game. It sucks that happened to me, but it's great, 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 great for the game. Um, there's me there. I went up 7, which is pretty solid. I expect to be in the top 10 very soon, top 5 just after that. I was gonna look at attacking charity, I think it was. Yeah. So let's just take a quick look here. 142. Amazon, yeah, that's a tough Amazon with the agility, but the defense is low. Arb is 238, not a threat, not a threat, not a huge threat. I think the agility might be, I think I actually have that agility covered with the accuracy, or it's close. Cavalier and the Cavalier. Counter Cavalier could be problematic, but I think I'm good. So that's 2. Counter Whiskey Jack, untouched. Oh, I didn't even change my armor on Squall. That's okay. And FrosT has achieved a higher nobility rank. That's great. One attack left. Level 13. Yeah, I gotta take care of that. So, oh, I did equip it, but I didn't enhance it, and I didn't allocate the points. So I'm just gonna enhance, get what I want on my mercs, and 306, 124. Okay, so we've crossed over 300. I'm gonna go with this first. I think I'm gonna transition into 20 and 30 respectively by level 15. I think that's where I want to get to, but I want to go with the defense first. I didn't like the way it whittled down a little bit in some of those battles. I'm kind of watching for that going forward. These guys are gonna in the AB, they'll probably get to level 12. Just see if there's any level 12 arrows on the market right now. Buy weapons. Nope, not yet. But that doesn't mean there won't be any coming because there's a lot of mercs being sold over the next couple of days. So all right, that's good. I have one more hit to make. I'm going to, well, 450. I'm not going to, I'm going to do my archery. It is like 1:30 here. I just want to get this done. I have lots of things to do tomorrow. So I'm going to rifle through these. Great. It's like, oops, wrong merc. So I see how close we are. 122. Wow. So I mean, if I really was pressed for damage, I could wait, um, get the next level, allocate to damage or speed or whatever I decide. But I think I'm in good shape. Um, and then Whiskey Jack, I'm gonna finish the job with you. Really want to get as much XP possible on my mount. Uh, just don't want. I want to try and catch up with the accuracy. Like I need my agility to be in a good spot. Because if it gets really tight again between like CE3 and I, we are going to have no choice, I think, but to attack these guys. And it's going to be a nightmare. We are going to hate it. And I'd rather have an agility base that's established. And then if I need to like use my salary to compensate, like I can throw, even right now, if I wanted, like probably five more defense on the knight here. So I might just do it for fun. I might need it for my last attack. Oh, it's three. Close. Keep everything balanced and even. That's how I typically roll. It depends on, again, what Merc is updated most. Um, sorry, it's really late. What I'm trying to say is if they've um, have the most obsolete piece of armor, then I don't bother really enhancing it too hard because I know I'm going to be switching it again at the next level. Um, I better just shut up and keep going. One more attack. I took care of my pits, took care of my range. Just gotta support the game. I did like the game. I've liked the game for 20 years. It's been fantastic. Uh, I messed that up, so I'll do it again. And Straker, do your job. Not terrible. I usually play on my phone and actually look at each individual one. So this is very different. Yeah, so you'll level on the last attack. I don't, again, 340 should be enough to clear what I need. Registry, who have I hit? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. It's the only one is Derek, and I can't do it. I can't do it, man. It 130, 129, 43. Well, that's a lot of agility too, man. And that fiend, brother. I like the setup. I just think you should have got the Berserker and stayed at level 20. I think you would have been a great candidate to see like if you could have like won the season or um gotten yourself to that sort of position where you're contending for a top five. Like I could see you being top five if you had allocated to the attack today and not saved your points. I think I said, I think I heard you say in that video, um, but also the Berserker as well. Anyway, I'm starting to fade, so I'm going to look at my last attack here. Achilles. I mean, this is scary. Like I know it's just like not accurate, but you just never know. Like, that's more damage than I have defense, and I don't really want to play that game. I've been strakered already. Don't need to see that happen anytime soon, or ever for that matter. Looking here at my at four shard again, like he's got an established setup. There's not really much benefit of attacking him. Like his if I were to give him like a level or sort of a number between 1 to 10 for difficulty, and if he was like a level 9 or something, but he's yielding the same XP as someone who is like 3 out of 10 difficult, then I'm just gonna roll with that, right? Like crush the demons, look at this damage. Like there's no need to contend with that or deal with that. Could I probably win this battle? Probably. It'd be really tight, but it's not something I would even feel remotely comfortable doing. Luckily, you've got this little farm boy right here. 192, 137. Got this, and it's also worth 78. These haven't been a perfect couple of days, but I'm not trying to play perfect. I'm just trying to play. Let me just see if there's a retail. Not likely, but I'm not trying to play. I'm trying to. I'm not trying to play perfect. I'm just trying to play my game. Oh, Cloak and Dagger. That was the one actually, and I get a retail on that. I forgot about that. So I will just take him down. That's a nice, fun way to finish attacks. Something you can pretty reliably say you got, and we are done. And Straker leveled up. I'm going to give Straker some more damage. So we're looking at 350 now, roughly. I gotta start thinking about my level 16 arrows tomorrow. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And, I'll be able to take these level 12 arrows and pass them down to Styx or Demonic Angel, depending on who my target is. So, that's more or less it. I think the only outstanding item is jousting, and I can kind of go through that. Um, I'm very specific with how I joust. I joust with Avalon um, as my horse, or sorry, my knight, and there it is there. So Avalon, and it's 410. I know it's not the maximum expected value. I know how that all works, but it's just what I've been doing for years. So 34, 34 start. I'm just gonna rifle through these. Normally I'd go through and be dramatic about it. I count my wins and stuff like that, but it's late. So 36.89. I think that's a gain. 36.89, 34, 34, 2. What is that? 255. 255. It's not bad. It's better than losing. I think there's one day I lost like 500 or something. I was really like just beside myself. So I want to check some enhancements real quick before I jump off. Head is level 12. I can do that. Legs level 15. I'll leave that. Fix this. And I'll hang on to this gold in case any level, I don't know if there's any like high level arbs that appear, or sorry, not the arbs, but their arrows. Like if there's arrows from those arbs that appear, I want to be ready to snag them. So that's what the gold's good for too. So level 9, that's all we've got for now, but I'll be looking for level 12 and maybe even level 16. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. But looking ahead, I think today was a really good day. 781 to rank tomorrow. I should be able to do that, no problem. This is the fun part of the season, right? Like it's really hard. This is our time. You know, we are the bi-level rushers with 9 attacks, and we are like in like 800th place, and it's frustrating as hell to see. But now is our time to move up, and so the four shards, the chicken eaters, the frosts, all of us, we're coming up. We're coming into that top 10, and it's going to be one hell of a battle to the end. I look forward to competing with each of you. So I'm going to do a quick total. I think it would have been, let's see, XP wise today, 842, 84.2. I can live with that. You know, it's not the best. I think maybe I'm a point or two off, but that's totally fine. I'm comfortable. My mercs all survived. I rotated my armor pretty well. I've got really important level ups coming up for my 3 bows. Whiskey Jack is doing well, large and in charge. Will actually level again. So I think that would have been, I think he started at level 12 today, and he's gonna end at level 15. So if I spy, let's just check. 274, 36, level 12. Yeah, so Whiskey Jack will level 3 times today, which is great. I really want to get some traction, get some agility on this mount to try and see if I can stop the back door because I know I'm gonna have to attack them at some point. It's gonna be one of those seasons, and I already know. So, Chicken Man, you're gonna pass me today. Um, I cannot allocate to the attack because I have 6 mercs now instead of 4. I was gonna run 4 mercs and allocate to an attack today, but I just didn't think that was the safest bet for the season. So with that said, again, this is like my first time doing this. It is 1:40 a.m. I'm exhausted. So we shouldn't even been playing right now or making decisions. But I think because it was so straightforward and easy today, I just decided to give it a go. I was really inspired by those videos. Phil, Shiny, you guys, really love those videos. Keep them coming. I want to get on there with you guys and talk about HD. I could talk about this all day long. And if I didn't have to go to bed now, I would. Anyway, much love, everybody. Thanks for watching, and hit me up on Discord. Peace.